already started recording. So what's up, Kevin?
So, Greg, how you doing?
Pretty good. I mean, just working. I mean, you're not working in Santa Rosa anymore, right? I think you're back in.
I'm back in. I moved to Redwood City, so I live in Daly City now.
Awesome. Still doing civil engineering and all that stuff.
Yep. Haven't changed careers yet.
What are you doing specifically with your career? Because I know there's a lot of engineers, including civils, still in the chapter. So.
Yeah. I'm more of a general emphasis in civil engineering.
Okay.
The work I kind of do doesn't really have a specific class that we offer at Cal Poly.
Mm-hmm.
It's land development, so it's mainly just like it's kind of it includes geotech, transportation, and like hydrology, which is kind of like three specific concentrations in one.
Interesting.
And they're more general than a specific concentration.
When's the last time you were back in San Luis Obispo?
I want to say about a year ago. It's been a while.
Gotcha.
And I really wanted to. I wanted to go to alumni weekend, but I think I had some family stuff to do that weekend. Patrick was asking me to come out, so I think a lot of people came out that weekend too.
It was surprising how many people came out that weekend.
Yeah, it looked like 20 people, 20, 30 people.
Big showing from I guess my pledge class and I guess your pledge class too. Since you're my pledge.
I wanted to go out, but some stuff came up, so I was like, dang it.
No worries. There's always going to be next year, and I guess we're going to try and make it big. That's what Alan was talking about, anyways.
But who goes? It varies every time, so it's just like, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Did you hear any news from that event?
Not lately. I haven't talked to a lot of people that went. I haven't talked to them in a while.
You heard nothing about it.
Not the outcome of it. I didn't hear anything about it.
Well, the outcome of it was a very good event. I had a lot of fun.
I found out so.
Of course. I found out some news that was really surprising to me, at least, and it kind of goes into I guess I'll get into it later. That's like a sneak peek, but what people always ask me is why did you do exec board and stuff? I was like, I really didn't want to do it initially, and in fact, you would even say that I was least likely to end up on exec board, wouldn't you say so?
Not the least likely, but it was more. I didn't expect it, but I did see why you did want to do it. It's not like I couldn't see you on it, but I also did not. I could also see you not being on it. So.
Okay, maybe I'm just selling myself a little short then. I don't know. All right.
It was a time when you're hanging out with Austin, Thomas, and yourself. You guys were having a lot of fun. So it's like it was also the enjoy college part of it versus let's join the exec board and make it. It's more of the let's enjoy APO first.
Yeah.
And then make a difference later. So you took it a step sooner than the other two did.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, I guess taking a step back,
it's a bit unexpected to say, I guess.
Gotcha. Taking a step back, I already said that you were my pledge dad for Alpha Lambda class. You pledged Alpha Iota. That's the year before spring 2008. Yeah, correct.
I think so. It's been a while. I haven't talked about this in a while.
I've been slowly trying to refresh and trying to remember pledge classes, but it's been a while.
But that sounds correct.
What are some of your other credentials while you were an active in the chapter?
I think it was pretty much pledge dad for your class and president on my senior year, which is I think 2010, 2011. Okay. That the only credentials I really had.
I've come to understand that was a pretty crucial year, and especially going back for alumni weekend, seeing what they're still doing. And they use APO online more than ever. They don't seem to know that there was ever a time that it was 15 service hours. So
think APO Online, I think that goes to credit to Alan and Tracy at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was them pushing for that. And I think we decided as a group to incorporate it, and then it worked out for the better.
Yeah, definitely. I think the following year was a crucial year. The rechartering of Santa Barbara, so that
That was a
continues to
very
be
interesting year as well. I was actually I did the initiation for them at one of the regionals. I think I was speaking surprisingly random. I wasn't planning to like do anything, but they needed someone to initiate them in, and then I did the usual initiation that we usually do.
Mm.
So that was a surprise, even though I wasn't really in the chapter anymore. I wasn't a student anymore.
Yeah, but I mean it's huge. I mean that their chapter really exploded. I think for ostensibly my line is pretty much dead, which is kind of sad to say. But
I saw my line. Actually, the Santa Barbara line on mine went pretty wide.
yeah, that's what I was getting at too. My line in Santa Barbara is still alive, but the one in ZO I think is dead. So
Yeah, I'm hoping the people in our chapter kind of expand wider and further down. I think there's a few of them left. I think Jefferson, I believe.
yes.
I don't know who else is still active though, but hopefully a few of them can pick up a few more to keep my line going.
Gotcha. Man, that's always the hope, but I don't know if I could push my line much
I
anymore.
know.
So,
Same.
speaking of Jefferson, Jefferson told me on alumni weekend that they picked a namesake for the next pledge class, and he told me that it was going to be me.
How do you feel?
I feel honored, and then I also feel like, having known who I went up against, I would have picked the other person, and I want you to guess who that other person was.
Oh, there's so many. I don't know.
Yeah, they were in my pledge class also, and since so many people from my pledge class have already gotten it, there's only a couple people I think you would think of.
The thing is, I can't remember who has gotten it in the last like 4 years.
Christine Lum got it. Alan got it. And then there's one. Well, the person I went up against after asking like 6 people was I went up against Janet in that election, and everyone they asked like, "What do you think about Janet?" I was like, "I would have picked Janet personally," but I think what she did was huge for the chapter. So.
I mean, you guys are both good candidates, so I mean, we're no longer there to really make a vote. So.
Exactly. What I said was I'd like to be a fly on the wall in that meeting and just kind of hear everything. But
it's kind of weird if you're there, but yet you're one of the people being nominated. So it's a little odd if you're there.
Yeah, totally. So I don't know. I'm honored. I wasn't really planning on being super active, but I feel a little obligated, and it's exciting because then it's opening opportunities of like, oh, I can go back to slow. So I'm going to be attending Bonfire in May. So.
Yeah, I'm curious. I've seen you've been participating more lately. Have you? Are you like a, I guess a outside advisor, or are you just as an alumni you're just participating a lot more than I expected?
I got a message from Katie Wozniak about a year ago.
Okay.
And she wanted to get the alumni thing pushing. And then I had some downtime, and I was talking with Nate and Alex Wilkin. I talked to you about it a little bit too, about this whole podcast thing. And that started kicking off. And then slowly I started getting messages from actives. And it was really from, what's her name? Courtney. Oh, what's her last name? And she was coordinating Bonfire. I think it's Courtney Chan. She was coordinating Bonfire, and she had questions about drinking at Bonfire. I mean, that party afterwards. And I gave this really, really lengthy response about like how I handled it, and I just did not go to the party and distance myself and everything. Any official word from exec board was that it wasn't happening, stuff like that. But it was funny.
It's always a safe bet, but it's funny how it's the same conversation we had way back when.
Yeah, I talked to Nate about it like a lot, and when Austin came on in as a guest, we were talking about how the same issues just happen over and over and over and again, and it's interesting. So.
I mean, it does, and we can only pass on so much information, but the new members have to learn to make the decisions themselves and make the choices themselves. Mistakes or no mistakes, they do have to make the choices themselves. I mean, no matter how much we tell them, it at the end of it, it's their decision. So,
yeah.
And the same issues will always come back. It's the same issues. It's a very common issue in a college life.
Oh yeah, totally. Especially with the stance that the larger chapter has on drinking, also.
Yeah. But no, I'm happy to see you still active and see you still participating, and things are going well with the alumni part of it. I really do want to come out more. I just been so much work going on here.
Everyone's busy, man, and they had me talk for a little bit about advice for the actives and stuff, and really I'll give you an opportunity too. But for me, it was enjoy it. This is going to be the best 4 years, 5 years of your life, so make the best of it, kind of thing. Yeah, do you have any words of advice for the chapter, having like been in it and seen it all, been an engineer, been active in APO?
Yeah, I mean, it's too soon to tell if it is the best years of your life.
That's true. Yeah.
I may or may not agree with you on that part, but I do agree with enjoy it. It's a different phase of your life. Mm. So, I mean, it's in a time where you can be on your own, make your own decisions, good or bad, but you have the opportunity to, with less impact, I guess to say. I mean, what you do will affect what you do in the future, but it's also like a time to really enjoy yourself, because in all honesty, I can speak for myself. When you leave, you start working, it does get a little bit repetitive, and it's not the most fun of times, but there are other fun times that comes with it on the weekends, right?
Yeah.
But it's not the same, right? You go work 8 to 5, and you work out, you cook, you hang out after work, but it happens it's pretty common. Versus school, you can sleep whenever, you can study whenever, you can go to class whenever, you can have fun whenever you want. And it's more freedom that I did not realize when I was there. Mm-hmm. And I really regret not taking more advantage of the beach that we're so close to. It's so far away.
Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day, because Pismo is right there, but you think about it, and when getting people together and taking this 20-minute drive, and you're like, I don't need to, kind of thing.
It's 10, 15 minutes away, and it's such a great beach and weather. But then I'm back home in the Bay Area in San Francisco. It's I go 15 minutes to grab some boba or some food. People in LA drive 20, 30 minutes for the same.
Yeah.
And we're only 10, 15 minutes from a really awesome beach, and I'm just like, huh. I didn't really go to the beach that often.
No, not as much as you could have anyways, yeah.
I mean, I guess it's different maybe because as a student, you're paying for gas and whatnot, but it was something that I did not take advantage of when I was there. And same thing with I guess speaking for me, it's I did not focus as much as I should have my first couple of years, education-wise, that could have helped me later. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, it could have helped me further when I left college, but it didn't impact me that much where it didn't stop me from a career and a job. But what you have to realize is that it's not only just about the grades, it's also how you present yourself and how you interact with other people. And so me joining APO also did help me in that aspect, especially being president and talking and presenting and meeting new people. It did help build my confidence interacting with people and professionals.
Mm-hmm.
So even though my grades took a slightly lower hit, but that was a personal choice.
Well, it's not just. I mean, grades are important. Definitely, but it's about life experience too. Like,
if you, as my advice is that if you can excel in your grades and also excel in your interaction with people, it will help you in the future.
yeah, definitely agreed.
It will definitely help you a lot. So not only your knowledge, but also how you handle the situation, how you talk to people, how you interact is a very important factor as well. Your social skills. But that's something I developed when I was in APO as well. So not only did I focus on studying more in my last few years, I also tried to interact with more people and build those skills as well.
Yeah, be sociable, be approachable, carry conversations. Yeah.
But college was a good time for learning, but you won't stop learning. So even after college, you'll still learn. But different experiences, different things. Everything. College was a very fun time, but after college was also a different fun time for me as well.
Yeah.
So not the same, but different.
For sure. All right. So speaking of the beach, bonfires on May 14th. Do you think you'll be able to come out and attend?
Possibly. I'm debating if I would want to go for bonfire or for graduation, like that time of weekend.
Gotcha.
It would be hard for me to go both times for vacation and time purposes, but I'm itching to go down.
Mm-hmm.
So I've seen some of the pre-registration stuff, so I'm looking into it, but it's also a little hard with work coming about. You know, it's like I don't know when deadlines come up. I have a couple of deadlines coming up in June, so it all depends on work too.
Hey, I'm with you, man. I mean, early registration like passed like yesterday, and I was when it opened up. Yeah, I did too. But like when it opened up, I was like, yeah, I should just do it and register and lock it down. But then I started getting things at work. And I was like, I don't think I could attend the whole event. I think I could just go.
Yeah. Well, personally, it's a personal for me too. It's like being an alumni and being who I am. I don't know if I personally would want to attend the full bonfire event, just because there's so many things I miss about SLO that I want to visit and see.
Exactly.
So it's just like I would attend the bonfire part, but the day activities I may want to explore SLO because I miss it.
Yeah.
Maybe I really want to go ATVing or kayaking or wine tasting because there's only so many times I go down. So, but if I were to go, I would definitely attend the bonfire portion of it.
Yeah, I'm with you because I think I'm gonna take Jess down to San Luis Obispo that weekend, and I know she wants to go downtown and go to Firestone, and I know they're renovating SLO Brew, so.
Are they? I didn't know that.
Yeah, so SLO Brew is not open right now; it's being renovated. But yeah, I definitely think that's what's gonna end up happening. I'll go to the morning events, see as many people as I can, talk to as many people as I can, and then break and then meet back up that's in the evening, and that's kind of what I'm planning tentatively right now.
Yeah. But no, I always enjoyed bonfire. It's always been our big event of the chapter.
I mean, Alan's goal was always to push for sectionals, but I don't see
pushing for regionals, but
that'd be very cool. That'd be very cool.
I know. Surprisingly, I think on one of the posts, I saw something that I was really pushing for too. Was I guess I don't know how to say it, but it's more like working with other fraternities and sororities on campus to do an event. And I think we did something with I forgot what sorority.
The Chi Delta Theta?
No, it was another one, but I was pushing for more interaction with other fraternities and sororities, and I know there's so much going on in our year that it didn't quite happen. But I think I saw an event, and I was like, oh, nice.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of cool things that I'm really impressed with. I don't know if you've seen the meeting minutes recently, but
I don't
it's
think I get them actually.
I'll forward you one of them like from last week just for you to see it. You don't have to do anything with it. I just want you to see it because having served as secretary IC chair under you and you've seen what I've done with it, it's so much better and they're doing some really cool stuff and it's really impressive.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the more we can get involved with on our campus, the better it is for not only just our chapter, but also the fraternity as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, you know, the more we can be a part of it, we're part of Cal Poly, so you know we should do more stuff with people part of Cal Poly as well.
I think that's about it for time. So, do you have any final words, or I think you already kind of said most of that, right?
Yeah, just same thing. I always say this too. It's like if you ever need to talk, I'm here to give advice, even though if you don't know me. You know me. I always like to talk a lot.
So where's the best place they can contact you at?
I guess email if you guys want to email me. Email's always a good starting point, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, to write an official email, and that's what we always kind of push for.
Yeah. Well, so I mean, I'm here to give advice. If you guys need advice on the chapter or just career-wise. I mean, I don't know everything, but you know, I'm always here if you guys always need anything. But enjoy college. I mean, APO is a good place to be. There's other things you guys can join. It's just you're only here maybe 5, 6 years, depending how go for college. But and afterwards, you know, it might not. At the moment, it's kind of easier to find a job, but it's different. So it's a different lifestyle. So just be prepared, make the most of it. I mean, late 20s are your 20s are a good year to have some fun. Because after that, I don't know.
You're 30.
We'll see. We'll find out. I'm not there yet, but we'll find out.
Almost there. Well, thank you for taking time out of your day, Kevin. And sorry I had to interrupt your drive.
It's a drive, so all I'm doing is just driving behind the wheel, so it's all good.
Gotcha. Well, thanks. And have a good night. All right.
You
Cool.
too, and we'll catch up.
Before I officially end the show, I wanted to make a quick announcement. A big portion of this episode was cut out due to bad reception, but the message I wanted to get across is that Kevin is hosting a service type event in May, where he's going to be raising some money for something. More information on the event will be out later this month, so keep an eye out for that. I'm sure he'll post something, or I'll post something. Every episode of the Reactive Podcast ends in a segment called Patrick's Piece, featuring a piece of music recorded by, or chosen by, the pride of Alpha Nu himself, Patrick Troy de Guzman. This week's piece was performed by Carmen, Patrick, and his brother, performing a cover of Roses by the Chainsmokers. Enjoy.
He already knows that my love Say